They say when the weather is miserable in one place, the sun is shining somewhere else. And after a rather wet summer so far, I was more than ready to chase it and figure out where the heck it's hiding. The destination of my Find the Sun expedition is a place I've never been before. A small country, often overlooked and rarely really talked about. Tucked in between Estonia and Lithuania on the east side of the Baltic Sea, you'll find Latvia. Almost there! A land filled with subtle beauty, rich history, and an abundance of gravel and forest roads to explore. Little did I know that this little Baltic gem was about to give me one of my best road trip experiences of this entire year. Good morning guys, and welcome to this little mini-series from Latvia. I arrived here yesterday after spending a full day riding from Norway to Sweden and then taking the boat from Nynäshamn in Sweden over to Latvia at nighttime, and arrived yesterday morning here in Latvia, in Ventspils. It's right now the 5th of September, it's a Thursday, and my main reason for going to Latvia is because I'm going to an event called After a Scout Festival. And that's held next weekend. So I figured, you know what, since I'm already going over, I might as well plan on spending some extra days here. I've heard great things about Latvia for motorcyclists and adventure riding and camping and outdoor life in general. So yeah, I'm excited to see. And guys, we found the sun. Finally, we found the sun. Holy smokes, I've had so much rain this summer, you guys, in Norway and in Wales and wherever I've been. It's been a lot of bad weather. So kind of ending the summer with this. The plan for today, first thing, I'm going to finish my cup of tea, pack up, and then I'm going to ride the 5 minutes, I think it is, down to the coast here. Latvia is actually very well known for their beaches, and I want to check out my first Latvian beach. So first cup of tea, pack up the bike, and then we're heading down to the beach. Take a look at this. Yep, pretty nice. Alright guys, that was that. Now, let's head a little bit south to Liepāja. There's an artillery battery that I want to check out. Hello, doggy. Oh, I spooked him. 40 minutes, 45 kilometers. Let's go. 26 degrees, you guys. It's an all vent open kind of day. Morning, cows. This is some interesting surface to be riding on. It's like sand mixed with gravel. It's not really that bad so far. Alright, I think we are getting close. Here we are. Right. Artillery batteries, Northern Fort. Let's check this out. The northern fort of Liepāja stands as a silent witness to history. Built by the Russian Empire in the late 19th century, this fortress was meant to defend against naval attacks. But less than a decade after completion, it was deemed a strategic mistake and abandoned. Cannons were removed and the fortifications were twice detonated in an attempt to erase them from existence. Yet, even today, these crumbling walls endure. Remnants of past wars, past empires, and past mistakes. Isn't it strange, like how places like this, it's just concrete. It's just broken concrete laying there. But it's just such a reminder of what has been and what's still going on. Too many places. And even in places built for destruction, people find ways to create and turn the scars of war into something beautiful. These roads are whoop, exactly smooth. Ah, that's better. Look at that. That's stunning. In the middle of Karusta stands the St. Nicholas Russian Orthodox Naval Cathedral. Built in the early 1900s, it was meant to serve the Russian Navy, with none other than Tsar Nicholas II himself attending its consecration. But its purpose changed over time. During the Soviet era, it was no longer a place of worship. Instead, it became a gym, a cinema, and a recreation hall for soldiers. The central dome was even sealed with concrete to improve the movie sound. Today, the cathedral has been restored and is once again a place of faith. But surrounded by Soviet-era buildings, it's a striking contrast, perhaps a symbol of how history reshapes places over time. With temperatures reaching 30 degrees Celsius on my way out of the city, there was only one right thing to do: find ice cream. And it turns out Latvian Stores has an impressive selection with this deliciousness. Stopped by this gas station because I needed a freaking coffee. I haven't had coffee yet today, so I needed some fuel for myself and the bike. Had something to eat, and I have located a campsite for this evening. The first campsite of this trip. I feel like the first night you're camping, that's like when the trip officially starts. Even though this is a pretty short trip, I'm gonna try to do as much camping as possible. It's just, yeah, I just love it. Let's finish this coffee, and then we're heading off to the campsite. This is perfect. Look at this. First coming here, I thought it looked kind of crowded and like a family campground, you know, just stuff together. And then it's like, oh, there's plenty of room to camp like in the back. And I was like, yeah, sure. But look at this. This is plenty of space. And this is my space. Woohoo! But before we do anything, I think we have deserved one of these. Is it a bad idea to open it now? Probably. Am I gonna do it anyway? Probably. Hold on. No problem. Cheers, guys. It has begun.
Seasons are changing, years fly by out of our control. I get stronger each day, and time is on my side. For you, time is taking its toll, and you're fading away. I guess I don't believe in heroes anymore. You're just another man from another time.
There's not room for both of you in here. I brought like my warmer sleeping gear because so far this summer, wherever I've been, Norway and Wales and Sweden and whatever, it's been cold. So I have my down sleeping bag that goes all the way down to, I think comfort is -3 degrees, and it's like 25 degrees outside right now. So yeah, I'm not gonna be cold. Always bring a singlet and some socks to sleep in. And I have my pillow here. And a cover for my pillow because I would like to be able to wash it every now and then. Good morning, guys, and welcome to day 2 of my trip around Latvia. It's about 7:30 in the morning, and I slept so well. But it's time to get this day started. Mornings like this, right? Not having to be anywhere or do anything, just not in a rush, just to be able to take your time and have your coffee and enjoy the silence and just exist. Oh. This summer has been hectic. So I've been stuff going on like literally all the time, it feels like, since the beginning of May. Just going between events and all that, and yeah, just the best kind of hectic, really. But for now, I just want to be in Latvia, have my coffee. It's already 9:15 in the morning, and just have the luxury of having time, and not being in a rush. Alright, guys, so I have plotted in a fairly random location heading east in the direction of Riga, I guess you can say. And I have still 1 week to go before I'm gonna be back on the west coast here for the event. Let's see what this day brings us, shall we? Hold on, here it is. Take my token. Ticket. Cardo, music off. Let's see what this road needs. We can make a little loop or something. What does it say? No trash, no fires, and be aware of ticks, I guess. Gotcha. Hehe. Alright, we have arrived in Kuldiga. Let's ride through downtown and see if we can find ourselves some coffee. I think this is a pretty old town. Oh, these stones are... Kuldiga turned out to be a charming town with deep roots dating all the way back to the 13th century. Often called the Nordic Venice as it sits on both sides of the Venta River. Its well-preserved architectural beauty has earned it a place at the UNESCO World Heritage List. To cross the Venta River, you'll travel over an iconic brick bridge, 164 meters long, making it the longest of its kind in Europe. Built in the 19th century road standards, it's about 8 meters wide, just enough to allow two carriages to pass side by side. A little upstream from the bridge, you'll find the Runda waterfall, which happens to be Europe's widest natural waterfall at an impressive 249 meters wide. During spring and autumn, the waterfall comes alive as fish leap through the rushing waters. Now, how about that coffee? Alright, time to move on. I have located a campground that I think I want to stay at this evening. It's about an hour away, so let's start to slowly make our way in that direction, shall we? It is hot, you guys. 35 degrees here. Whew.
It's got nothing left for me. All I've got are these broken memories. This new road, I've finally broken free. I'm getting restless, waiting for my day to come. I've been talking about leaving for way too long. The only thing left to do is pack up my bag and run. I started south up to Tennessee, new lights to sound. There's everything I need, but this road's still calling me. I'm getting restless, waiting for my day to come. I've been talking about leaving for way too long. The
Arriving at this unmanned campsite, I realized I wouldn't have had to call in advance to make sure there was a spot available for me, as, well, all the spots were in fact available. So naturally, I claimed a prime spot with a perfect view of the Saldus Lake just in time for the sunset I knew was about to unfold. This should do. Nice. My days riding through Latvia were in general pretty short, not in terms of time, but in distance. There's often this unspoken pressure to rack up as many kilometers as possible each day, probably because most of us are traveling on a tight schedule and want to see as much as possible in the time we have. Pretty early on starting my motorcycle travels, I realized I'd rather take my time and really immerse myself in the places I do visit and things I experience. By slowing down and truly soaking in the moments, I also found that it makes it that much easier to pull out these vivid memories during the long winter months when days like these are exactly what I'm longing for. How nice is this camping? Huh? So far I am on my own. On my way now to check out the facilities. Should be possibilities to take a shower here, that would be nice. Shower. Nice, extra toilet. And a small kitchen. And this costs 10 euros for a night here in my tent, and to have a shower and all of that, so awesome. So far Latvia is delivering the goods, I gotta say.
And on the menu this evening we have some rye bread, we have some warm chorizo, we have some very sweaty cheese, and a little bit squashed watery tomato. Bon appetit.
To fall asleep watching the stars and waking up with the sun in your face? Yeah, I can hardly think of a better way to fall asleep and wake up. Let's have some breakfast, some coffee. And then the plan for today, I'm continuing east towards Riga. Haven't really yet decided which route I'm gonna take. If I'm gonna go up towards the coast or if I'm gonna go a bit south, like into the forest, and then make a loop and come back. I don't know. We'll see. I'll take a look at the map to see what point of interest I've got saved. And then we'll take it from there, I guess. Alright guys, we are on the road. I have located a castle, or what you want to call it, a little bit east, about 1.5 hour east. It is a beautiful freaking day yet again for riding around Latvia. This is day number 3. I came into this little town and I saw this, and I kind of want to check it out. I just need to find the parking. Siri is in my ear, yapping. Be quiet, woman. Look at that. I wonder what it is. Let's figure it out. This is Dobele Castle, and this location has been significant for more than 1,000 years. Originally, the Semigallians, a Baltic tribe, inhabited this hillfort as far back as 1,000 years before Christ. In the 13th century, the castle withstood multiple attacks from German crusaders, with the Semigallians eventually burning it down in 1289 to prevent capture. In 1335, the Livonian order built a stone castle on the site, which became the seat of regional commanders. After centuries of use, the castle was abandoned in the 18th century and fell into ruin. Recent restoration efforts have uncovered the castle's past, preserving its walls and history for future generations. Alright, that was it, I think. Yeah, cool location. Now I'm very quite hungry, so let's find some lunch. This is the first country where I've seen you can pick biscuits like this. In Norway we have the candy that you can pick and choose like this, and you just pay by the pound or kilo or whatever. But this is the first time I've seen biscuits, but hey, who can blame them? Biscuits are nuts. Actually, I might try some. I was wrong in my assumptions. There were in fact a different price for each of the cookies, so the poor lady at the register had to pick them up, repack them and weigh them one by one. They did taste very good though, and so did today's ice cream.
Goddess, a little too modest. My hair comes down every now and then. A wild card with a reckless heart. I've seen love come around the bend. I raised babies that were not mine, and I'ma raise my own on my own time. too late. Made my luck on my own dime. Been called too crazy, been called too blind. But I built this ground I'm walking on. Been running, running, running ever since I was a child. Drowning out the noise with the red dirt in my voice. Build a kingdom up just to burn it down. And if you need me, I'll be laughing at the pain, dancing in the play. Every heart grows a little cold and every soul is bought and sold. Truth be told, it's getting old. I'll find a place where I can go. Start a fire and rise again. Right away out on the wind. Been running, running, running ever since I was a child. Drowning out the noise with the red dirt in my voice. Build a kingdom up just to burn it down. And if you need me, I'll be laughing at the pain, dancing in the flames.
Alright, we are getting close to what I think is a nice location, but it seems like I'm not the only one who thought so. That is a packed parking. Oh, there it is. I mean,
The beautiful building in front of me is the Rundale Palace, a museum and cultural center dedicated to exploring Latvia's history. The surrounding gardens are equally impressive, featuring a nearly 1 hectare rose garden that showcases the history of rose cultivation in Europe from the 18th century to present day.
that is a cool building, y'all. I think I'll just enjoy this one from the outside. You kind of have to be in the right mood for stuff like this, and I'm just not feeling it at the moment. There's this pyramid that's kind of cool. It's 45 minutes away-ish, so I think we'll head there. Yeah. Good plan. I feel like I'm in such a maze of gravel roads like right now. It just keeps pulling me deeper and deeper into... Oh, we're going in here. Ah, we should be almost here. But if someone asks me like, hey, where are you now? I don't fucking know. I don't know. Oh, it's a bit sandy. That's fine. That is fine. Whoop! What kind of place is this? I feel like this is someone's personal home. So the pyramid is on private land, but there was a very nice gentleman here who said that I could just park my bike in their yard and have a walk and take a look. So thank you for that. Here it is. A stone pyramid. I wonder why.
There's like notes here. I bet they have the music in here. Oh, that must sound good. Ooh. So I did a little bit of reading while lying here in the shade. It's cooling off a little bit. And there's all these rumors that this is like an energy pyramid and that it's built for sacrifice, and there's a stone in the middle that has a lot of power and energy in it and all that stuff. But yeah, I don't really know. I don't know what's true. I don't know. Maybe you know. Maybe I can have a chat with the fella down here before I leave. Pretty cool still. And he said that the previous landowner got a vision that he had to build the pyramid, or like a dream. Someone told him in a dream that he had to build this pyramid at this spot. He didn't think much more of it, and then at a later point, a lady, for some reason I didn't really catch who this lady was, had also some sort of like experience or vision or something, saying the same, that he needs to build this pyramid at this spot. So that's what he did, and that was some 20 years ago. So that's interesting, I guess you could say. Sand. It is quite random to find her. Now let's see if we can find our way out of this maze of gravel roads and whoop, start to locate a campsite for the evening. It's 4:30. There should be like a wild camping spot at the end of this road down by the lake. Ah, nice. There's a few others here though. As soon as I get the camera out, there's people staring. Always. But who cares? I found a good spot in the middle of this crowded place. You guys know the drill. Let's find a chair, kick off the boots, and dig out that drink and see if it's drinkable yet. Already? Whoop. Hold on. We were lucky yesterday. Today though, no problem. I don't get it. It's been shaking up there for the last hour on the gravel roads. Now the evening can begin.
It's been a interesting night. Well, not interesting, but it's been a party all night long from at least 2 different locations, at times 3, maybe more. There's music going on. I don't know if you can hear them in the background now as well, but they started again at like 7:30 this morning. It's just bass kind of party music, but other than that, it's all good. Plan for today, I'm heading a little bit northeast of Riga is my plan. There's a couple spots there I want to check out. Oh fucking hell, that's a big spider.
Oh fucking hell. Oh fucking hell.
That's a big spider. Right in my face. For fuck's sake. Let's try that again. No more spiders. I'm going northeast of Riga. There's a couple of spots there I want to check out. There's a restaurant I want to eat a meal at. That's supposed to be like a very Latvian type of meal. Other than that, I think it's going to be a fairly short day. I want to do some laundry. There's some work I need to be doing. And then we'll just take it from there, I guess. So, yeah. Let's get this day started.
You know those mornings when you wake up and you don't feel quite like yourself and there's no real reason for it? This was one of those mornings. We all have them even when we're out on the road. The sun was shining, the roads were smooth and the views were peaceful, but still I couldn't quite shake the heaviness. So I decided to stick to the bigger roads this day, enjoying the gentle curves at a chill pace and some good music in my helmet. It makes it easy to drift off into your own thoughts and just exist.
What a nice spot, huh? Can we stop here maybe? Guys, today I am just not feeling it. I don't know if it's the lack of sleep or what it is. I'm just, today is not the day. So I decided instead of wasting this time just riding around, not really being present, just being in my head a lot, I figured, what the heck, I'm gonna find a camping and just go and hang out there and get some work done and just do something productive with this day. So that's just how it is sometimes, you guys. It's even though you're on the road and the sun is shining and everything is supposed to be fantastic, some days are just not it. And that's okay. That's okay. Shopping, camping, chilling. Let's go.
There is simply no use in trying to force days like this into something they are not. Instead, better to just take it easy and go with the flow. After all, what's the rush?
Good morning, y'all. What a nice freaking camping this is. Oh, I slept so good. So nice and quiet, and last night it was just pitch black dark, like there's no outdoor lightings or anything on. So you could see the starry sky so well. I tried to catch some pictures of it, but that's still work in progress to learn to do that properly. The plan now is I got some work I need to catch up on. And this camping is so freaking nice with electricity, and I did some laundry, there's showers, there's everything here, and like there's pretty much no people, and it's so nice and quiet. So I'm gonna stay here for one more night, but I'm also gonna go for a ride. I want to check out the fort or the castle in town that I passed on yesterday because I wasn't feeling it, because today I am feeling it. And also I want to go at the restaurant that has what's supposed to be like some pretty, very Latvian food or a dish. Let's do that.
So this is supposed to be a very Latvian dish. I don't really know what it is. Something fried with something cheesy on top with fries. Cheese and fried stuff. I mean, it has to be good, right? I think it's pork. Yep. This is hitting the spot. Alright, now that's done. My breath smells very much of garlic. Hey, I'm not sharing space with anyone this evening anyway, so who gives a shit? Now, I want to go into Cesis, the town that I turned around in yesterday to check out the castle there, have a cup of coffee, and yeah, then we'll see. Here we are.
The Cesis castle has stood for over 800 years, witnessing the rise and fall of empires. Built all the way back in 1214, it was the site of key moments in history, from the grand meetings of the order to the tragic siege in 1577 where hundreds perished. Over time, nature and war took their toll, but the castle's spirit remained. Today, the castle is a cultural gem offering a glimpse into the past with its medieval interiors and stunning views from the Western Tower. Cheers for today. Hold on.
we're good to go. I've slept so well. Oh, it's like the perfect temperature. A little bit of wind outside. The sun is not out yet. Just listening to the wind in the trees above me. It is so nice. It's almost 8 o'clock in the morning. It's time to get up and get this day started. Today, I am heading into Riga, a very popular destination for tourists in general. But I'm going there for two reasons. Number one, I want to check out the city. I want to walk the streets, have some food, just see what Riga is all about. And number two, I am leaving my bike at a workshop because I'm having some stuff installed. So I will show you that a little bit later. But first, let's get up, have some coffee, pack the shit together and get going. So let's get it done. Trying to find somewhere to park here. I am so horrible at I missed my turn at riding in cities. It's absolutely horrendous actually. Make a U-turn? I can't make a fucking U-turn, can I? Siri, calm the fuck down. I don't know what I'm doing. Perhaps I should just park here actually.
This is Riga, the capital of Latvia and a city with a rich history that stretches back over 800 years. And while I typically avoid big cities, this time I made an exception, and I'm glad I did. The part of the capital that I visited is the old town of Riga, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a treasure trove of architectural styles. From Gothic and Baroque to Art Nouveau. Every corner you turn reveals something unique. It's like walking through a living museum with buildings that tell stories from the Middle Ages to modern times. Riga isn't just about history. Its streets are filled with life, from charming cafes and bars to vibrant squares, and I couldn't resist stopping for a treat. Ice cream seemed like the perfect way to enjoy the vibe here. And I also discovered that my jacket is ice cream proof, which is probably a good thing for me. classy environment of this town and this charming cafe inspired me to at least try to be a bit more ladylike. Apparently, back in the day, this little pinky finger gesture had some interesting meanings, so just to clarify, I'm raising my pinky purely for the cake. What a day. Not much of a city person, but walking around in this old town is pretty nice actually. Lots of old nice buildings and just feels like it's so packed with history and culture, and yeah, it's really cool actually. It does make me kind of tired in my head though, just with everything, something constantly going on with sounds and people, and I don't know. I think a lot of you can relate to that. Anyway, it's now about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm gonna go and check in at the hotel I'm staying at tonight. I'm staying at Two Wheels Hotel or something. I think they have safe motorcycle parking and yeah, all that. So I was recommended it by the Aturo people. At about 8 o'clock, I'm going with my bike to the workshop to have the gear fitted that I can't wait to show you. It's gonna be nice. But yeah, there's something in the bushes. Anyway, that's the plan. Let's do that. I am terrible at city riding. I am a fucking traffic hazard, I tell ya. And over the bridge we go. Should be here? Ah, here it is. Look at that. Two Wheels Riga. Motor Adventure Club. Nice. Hello. So, I have arrived at the garage of Carlis, and we are ready to work on the bike. What's happening this evening is I'm installing protective gear from Outback Motortech, crash bars, skid plates, luggage rack, and bits and bobs. That's what I'm doing today. Or at least that was the plan. The luggage rack made it on, but not the crash bars, and I'll explain you why in just a second. Let me just have my delicious breakfast first, and a couple minutes to admire this huge map with small souvenirs, notes, and stickers from previous visitors. And of course I had to leave a trace behind myself as well.
morning, people. We are packed up and ready to go again. Quick update from yesterday. As you can see, the crash bars are still missing. And the reason for that is a little bit poor planning from my side. I have the unoriginal dash plates for this bike, the thicker skid plate here. Originally, it comes with like an aluminium plastic cover things, a lot thinner. And when you install the crash bars, you need those original covers back. The crash bars do not fit on top of that thick thing. I've shipped all those things back to Norway, and then I'll install the crash bars as soon as I get home. But I do have the luggage racks on, and they are looking good. It looks so much better when it's black. Like, why does everyone make it in aluminium colors? I mean, probably a cost thing, but this is just looking so much better. And that big plate under here to have the bag on is, yeah, it's nice. Plan for today. It's now Wednesday, and on Friday I need to be close to where I arrived in Latvia, Ventspils. That's where the Arturo Scout Festival is held. And on Thursday I do need a full day of working, catching up with work. I need to prepare the last bit of my presentation. I need to edit some video. I need to do a little bit of work for some clients that I have. So today is actually the last day on the road on my own here in Latvia. There's still a whole lot more to see, but it's always like that. No matter where you go, there's always going to be things you miss out on and things you probably wish you would have seen when you leave. Yeah, I think I want to drive along the coast up to the most northern parts of Latvia and then find somewhere to camp close to Ventspils, or where the Arturo Scout event is held on Friday. Let's get on the road and see what views we can find today. All right, along the coast, up all the way to the north, 154 kilometers. Let's go.
And I know I can stay. 'Cause my heart was meant to be free. And those fences are all surrounding me. And I want to go far. Just as far as I can be. Till the ocean will feel the ocean.
The total peace and quiet. Just hear the wind and the top of the trees here. That's it. This is nice. Look at these! Oh, I'm gonna be all the way to the right. Guys! I'm so fucking excited about this. Holy shit. This is my cabin for tonight. Oh. Kolka is not the most northern point of the whole of Latvia, but the most northern point of the Korsemi Peninsula. This is also the place where you can literally see two seas clashing together. The open Baltic Sea coming from the south, and the Gulf of Riga from the east. Pretty cool, huh? What a way to end this trip, huh? Oh. I didn't really know what to expect coming to Latvia, as I haven't been here before and haven't really heard that much about the country. But whatever little expectations I had, they have been surpassed. I mean, of course it helps that I've been so lucky with the weather. I don't think this is normal. I know this is normal for Latvia at this time. I've been told so by many. But holy smokes, it just makes up for all the shitty rainy days I've had on the bike. The whole summer really. It's been a lot of rain in UK and Norway and wherever I've been. It's been pretty much rain. I hope I've been able to do Latvia somewhat justice. This series or movie or whatever I end up making of all of this material isn't quite over yet. I want to capture a little bit of the Avduro Scout Festival. I'm not that good at filming and all that while I'm at events and festivals and all that, because I just want to be present and part of the moment, but I will try to capture some of the key moments there so you can get a little bit of a feeling of what it's like, and maybe you want to consider coming there next year. With that said, I got my Latvian cider here. No idea what it really is. It's honey and apples or something. I don't know, it's good. But anyway, cheers for Latvia. Cheers for this little movie or whatever. Thank you for following along, and I hope I'll see you in the next. Bye. Oh, yes. Hitting the spot. Bye. What an absolute perfect end of this trip. Watching the sunset and all of the sunrise while turning your inside out the whole night. Shit. Well, food poisoning or whatever it was is bound to happen sooner or later while traveling anyway. My working day turned into a sleeping and recovery day instead, and Friday morning I packed up and headed out to the location of the event. God dag, god dag.
God dag, god dag. Kul att se dig.
Va?
Det är sån timing nu precis.
Ja.
Ja. Härligt. Men du har ju varit i Lettland ett tag nu så.
Ja. Avduro Scout is an annual adventure motorcycling festival organized by Avduro. The idea of the festival is to bring together like-minded, thrill-seeking riders. And through the weekend there are a bunch of different skill-building workshops to participate in, as well as off-road challenges and team-building activities. Last year there was about 150 tickets available, and everyone camps at the location, which have simple yet very adequate facilities for everyone who enjoys camping life. A few brands were present with relevant gear, and Restaurant Mesa took care of all the cooking, preparing meals from scratch with local and natural ingredients, and it was delicious every time. The festival was officially open in the afternoon, and team building activities of different sorts started right away. Through the weekend, you could collect badges through different challenges and activities. And get tips and tricks and learn useful skills like changing tires and doing wheelies.
You can hit the brakes, and then it will take you down.
Compress, back, release the clutch. What? What? Good. Breathe. Or easy. Yeah. Yeah, good man. And everybody.
So you are feeling a little bit playful. You want to experiment with different placements. Works 25 frames per second. That is that looks good to your eyes. If it's something, for example, in America, they have 30 frames per second. And if you like watch America.
Good morning!
Next morning we woke up to rain, and a lot of it. But that didn't seem to put a damper on the mood at all. In fact, what perfect weather to play football. Motorcycle football, that is.
Let's start with this guy.
Ready, set, go. I'm ready.
And once that was done, it was time for the quest, a game where you take off in groups to hunt down different challenges in the area that earns you various amounts of points. Say hello to my influencer team that was put together by the organizers, Team Attention Seekers. The first challenge that wasn't really a challenge, to cross the very muddy, very slippery field where you access and exit the festival location. Oops. From mud to sand. Getting one rider in a group up this handy hill was easier said than done.
you ready?
I guess I will never be ready, but
You're gonna try?
I'm tempted. That's a nice movie.
Lay down for me. Tighten your abs.
Thanks.
There we go.
Battling the sound gets hot, but teammates help each other out.
And these are probably puzzles and picture challenges. Yeah. One option could be to take these ones, because maybe there's not as much traffic.
Yeah.
But it is a better movie if you drop down, so there's always a silver lining to anything.
Exactly.
It's everything,
Yeah.
Thank you for supporting my channel, Zero.
Oh, some dead bodies. It's the last year's outdoor crowd there.
How do you feel about leaving your main gear?
Immediately.
Aha! What the fuck?
Thank you for that.
At least you'll be warm. I've
got 73 here.
Yeah.
But maybe it ends here.
Yeah, because I got 172.
Yeah.
And that's one of the numbers.
Exactly, so it's 172. It has to be higher.
It was easier going down, huh?
We have two big houses.
And before you know it, it's Sunday and the event is over. And so was my trip to Latvia. Thank you everyone for following along.